Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. There have been many iterations of Roald Dahl's classic novel, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Now Timothee Chalamet dons the hat of the famous chocolate maker in Wonka. It's in theaters and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Chalamet takes us back to a younger Wonka, long before he opened his chocolate factory. He arrives in town with big dreams and a cheery optimism, but he quickly learns that there are other candy makers and chocolatiers like Mr. Slugworth, who are not so keen on Wonka's arrival. He faces another hurdle at the inn after he's taken in by its owner, Mrs. Scrubbit, who's played by Olivia Colman. Now she tricks young and vulnerable entrepreneurs and orphans into slick contracts without reading the fine print. Now, as we all know, Willy Wonka has a few tricks up his sleeve, and with the help of his new friends and a dash of magic, he sets out to outsmart, outwit, and outsell Slugworth and the rest of the chocolate makers. The film also stars Hugh as an Oompa Loompa and Colin Lane as a young orphan girl named Noodle who helps Wonka along the way. Wonka is brought to life by director Paul King, who is the creative genius behind the two Paddington movies. Now, there's a lot riding on this film, as the Gene Wilder classic from 1971 is cherished by so many families out there, while the Johnny Depp version did a different twist on the material. Now, Wonka is an origin story for the character, and fans should know that this really does align more with the Wilder version, as King and Chalamet want us to see his version of the character growing up into the Gene Wilder's take on it. Now, much like that movie, this is also a movie musical, with new music written by Neil Hannon. Now, you will hear motifs and new interpretations of beloved Wonka songs, like Pure Imagination and the Oompa Loompa song. Director Paul King co-wrote the screenplay with Simon Farnaby, and they've kept the wordplay and the rhymes that Dahl plays with, whether that's coming from Wonka's retorts or Noodle's reminders to him. The creative team have done a really admirable job of making this feel right at home in Roald Dahl's world, but kind of has more of a cheerful and kind of colorful angle than some of the darker, more sinister moments of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or Matilda. Timothee Chalamet has a childlike wonder and energy to him, which he brings to Wonka with just incredibly charming and adorable results. His singing voice is a bit limited, but this film doesn't require a Broadway-trained belter or a classically trained singer to make it come alive. Chalamet infuses Wonka with a few odd tics without making him too weird or off-putting like the Johnny Depp version. Hugh gives his Oompa Loompa an expected grumpiness with kind of a vengeful take on the character, while Patterson Joseph certainly makes Slugworth live up to his name and reputation. It's young Colin Lane, though, who's one to take note of it. Expect a big career ahead of her, and again, she plays Noodle, the young orphan girl in this movie. Wonka is a madcap, kid-friendly adventure. Now, it may not be the movie that you expect from the trailer, but this is a really touching backstory for the character. And yes, you do find out where the idea of the golden ticket comes from. I'm giving Wonka 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel for some other movie reviews, some celebrity interviews, and follow me on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a favorite Willy Wonka movie or adaptation? I'd love to see your comments. Leave me a comment on social media or on YouTube. What has been your favorite Wonka adaptation? Paul's Trip to the Movies is brought to you by Imagine Theaters. Tickets are now on sale for Wonka. Take the family, go see it on the big screen. Tickets are also on sale for movies like The Holdovers, Napoleon, Wish, Beyonce's Renaissance Tour. Go see that on the big screen. And tickets are now on sale for my movie series, Paul McGuire Grimes Presents. We're going to close out the year with the Judy Garland classic, Meet Me in St. Louis, this Sunday, December 17th. So get tickets, come see Judy Garland back up on the big screen. It just had those warm, Christmassy feels. And we're going to carry this into the new year. Coming up January 28th will be All the President's Men. February is Doctor Strangelove. March is Good Will Hunting. So get tickets today. And I do a discussion after every screening. So let's talk about what makes these movies so great. Thank you so much for watching my review of Wonka. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.